One other thing before we talk to John DiTullio, who's on vacation in Myrtle Beach right now, and he's going to join us live in his Myers RV, is an email that came in for Brother Weeze that he's got to do. Now, I'll tell you the truth. Weeze gets a ton of email, ton of requests. People always want him to come out, MC this, do this, appear here, remote there, all kinds of requests. But here's one that I'm going to push him for. You ready? Dear Brother Weeze, my name is Adam Pollock, and I am fortunate to have been named the 2016 Wayne County Fair Apprentice. Along with this title, I have been given the opportunity to facilitate the Celebrity Goat Milking Contest during the week of the fair. It is my pleasure to invite you to act as a participant in this year's Celebrity Goat Milking Contest. Attached is a formal letter of invitation.
Finally.
We got to push him into this.
He's always talking about how he wants to milk.
I already wrote them back and I said, John DiTullio is in. I'll work on Brother Weeze. John, are you there? Are you in?
Yeah, I'm only in if you can get Weeze to do that, that would be the greatest accomplishment in the history of Polly J, in the history of that show. If you can get him even to attend rather than or even show up down there. And him milking, I would pay anything to see.
Oh, not happening. You and I know that ain't happening. Johnny, how's vacation?
Paulie,
Tell us everything.
I've never put in a WWE report in the history of me on Weeze's show, and that dates back 16 years. I've never, ever put a WWE result in.
I think I'm probably fired as your backup after doing so.
That's all right.
Yeah, but Johnny, I did it today, man. I was like in your footsteps. I was trying to be the sports guy. I was on today, guys. I was on in Albany, Syracuse, Rochester.
You sounded great.
But you know what he did not do? He did not wear his guest shirt today.
That's right.
Let me tell you, that guest shirt made the trip down here. It will be, when we go out to we may go to a Calabash. I don't know where we're going, but that guest shirt will make an appearance down here in Myrtle Beach, just for the record.
John, tell us everything about vacation. How's the Myers RV treating you?
Well, I don't I'm not a bravado kind of guy, but I think I should be in the RV driving Hall of Fame. I think after what I pulled off, we left Saturday. It's driving first class, and you don't have to worry about any airport security. You don't got to worry about long lines, flights being delayed. And the best thing is all the kids, and we had 3 kids with us, 9 in all, everybody's occupied. People are laying down, they're napping, they're moving around. Everyone was comfortable. And let's face it, the first day our trip took almost 9 hours because we had to avoid D.C., and then we had to stop and get gas, and then we have to have a picnic because that's what you do. So, but nobody, for being in an RV for 9 hours, you would think everybody would be, down and out. You'd be with the jet lag. That wasn't the case. We had such a great time, and we're using the microwave or watching TV. The best part is when we camp, Paulie.
Yeah.
We pitched it. We put it down. We uncorked a couple beers, my brother-in-law and I, and then we're watching TV. We're watching Sports Center outside while we're camping.
That is so not camping.
That's camping.
People keep saying it's not camping. You know what? It's glamping, as we all know.
Yeah.
But, God, you know what? Camping versus glamping, sign me up for glamping any day. Any day.
The thing is so easy to handle. I thought, I'm driving through the mountains of PA. It's so pretty, and we're seeing the entire East Coast. We went through, 6 states? We even made it through West Virginia for a short time.
How many hours a day?
And we went 8, almost 9 on Saturday because we went out of the way. And then yesterday it was 6 from where we camped to Myrtle Beach. And now we got it pitched right here, right on the beach. And there's a great breeze coming. It's unbelievable. But I'm not doing this in a car. I don't even want to put me in comfort. And to me, that was the best part. Everyone was happy. Plus, by the way, Paul, we loaded this thing up with snacks.
Yeah.
Now, did you let anybody else drive, or you just hogging the wheel?
No, I went the distance. Ego kicked in, Deanna, where I wasn't going to let anybody have the wheel. I felt that good.
That's funny. You say that. Yeah, he just tapped into something that's real. On a long road trip, men do have a little bit of an ego about, I got this. I got this. I felt that.
Really?
I felt it with
I've
myself.
Take it.
Yeah.
And my brother-in-law's right next to me, so he has the GPS. So he was a GPS man, and I was the driving man. But it was just so much fun, and we took some videos in there. It's a once-in-a-lifetime, I believe, vacation. So we just had a great time, and we didn't allow any of the guys to deuce while we were in the RV, though.
Yeah, that's a good rule. It's got to be
That was the
emergency
rule we
zone.
laid down.
Yeah.
And then Debbie and I hooked everything up, all the sanitation, which actually went flawless because you got to hook up, then you got to drain everything, and you can see everything coming out, which was kind of cool. I'll be honest, it was kind of cool.
Well,
how's that?
It's your family's. Right?
Oh my gosh.
That's the way it's funny, you never want to change anyone's diaper. You know, it is like, it's your child. You're seeing your family stuff coming out. I can't explain it, but I didn't have a problem with it.
John, once you were hooked up and you're stopped and everything, is deucing then allowed?
Yes. Once we're camped down, absolutely, because we're already hooked up to the sanitation. Go ahead, knock yourself out.
Oof.
Okay. And do you get dibs? You get to be the first to christen the...
No, I have not. To be honest with you, it's something, maybe I'm weird. I can't go. I'm not dropping anything in there.
Yeah.
Tools, it's going to be probably weird for you to be in a car after this, like a teeny little car,
It's
after
terrible.
you're making turns.
I don't think because when I was driving it this past week and then I get into my car, it felt really weird.
Yeah.
It felt really weird.
Like you're in a little kid car now.
Exactly. But, we're here till Friday, and then we drive, and then we're camping out again, too. We drive back to that same campground, and then we hooked up to the sanitation, and we'll be back sometime on Saturday.
And now, how's it going for the ladies, like your wife and her sister? They're enjoying it as well?
Debbie loves it, and I'll be honest with you, my mother-in-law and sister-in-law love it because you're able to move around. Then you can just go lay down on the bed or one of the bunk beds, and it's nice. And you got a microwave and stove on this thing. So you want to heat something up, you want to make coffee. They brought a Keurig, so we're making coffee in the RV while we're driving.
Do you think
unbelievable?
Do you think you guys are going to strive to cook a meal in that thing, or is it all just out for dinner?
No, we kept a lot of the stuff right in the fridge, and so we're staying here. We've got a place to stay, and you can sleep out here. You've got the option. Well, we got a place where we can go and put the stuff now in the stove, so we don't always have to cook out in the RV. But if we had to, you could. So we can hook up, you plug in, and you can cook right there, which we did on which would have been Saturday night. We did.
Do you have that RV strut when you get out to pump gas? Like pound your chest a little bit, like I'm a man.
Everybody looks at you, absolutely. And you get out of there. I don't know what it is. You're right. This is where being a macho man kicks in when I get off of this thing. It feels like we're on a tour bus. It's just incredible when you get the looks from everyone. Like, ooh, who's coming out of this?
And then they realize it's nobody.
It's nobody. You got it. Absolutely.
This is Meyer's RV.
We stayed at this RV in the Meyer, and it's RV row. It's just an RV camp, so you meet RV people, and it's really, really cool. Now we're talking about maybe we may want to buy one now, like full time.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet it handles
beautiful.
great in the winter. Sliding around in that.
No, these things handle fantastic in all kinds of weather variants.
I know. You're brave. I always had trouble making turns in big trucks and RVs like that whenever I had to drive one.
I thought I would, but this thing is so easy to handle. You'd be surprised how easy the turns are. Just, you can get it up I got it up to around 65, 70 here on some stretches on 95, but
I love it.
Everyone played nice on 95. I got to give the people down here down south
just a great way to get.
I heard horror stories about it.
It's a great way to get a huge group somewhere.
And does Martin's rent out these all the time? Is it something where you can call them and rent certain ones?
You could call them now. In terms of renting, no, but they do have all kinds of. They'll work within your price range, whatever you need. They've got one for you. So it's easy to get one. Let's put it that way. In terms of buying one, they range the campers. They start at I think $8,000 is the cheapest one that they have. Campers,
wow.
And then it ranges RVs. You can go up to as high as $400,000. Depends on what you want.
It's this is that RV store that when you're on 590 and you're heading towards a thruway, you drive by and look at all the RVs. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the one where you look and you drive right by it and you look and you go, they got them all lined up there. It's Meyer's RV. You can see it from 490. Well, I want to say what, Chili area, Gates somewhere, Churchville, something like that.
Yeah, it's right off Churchville. It's Churchville Chili exit 3. So we'll have more videos forthcoming today right on the beach. So my wife and I will be producing videos throughout the day.
By the way, putting your wife in the videos, brilliant. Brilliant.
Right?
She's the better looking DiTullio, I got to be honest.
I'm not even. I traded a few first-round picks, Paul. There's no question. She's loving it.
Yeah.
So we're having a great time, and we'll be on the beach here in probably about 20 minutes or so.
John, man, thank you so much. We'll talk to you again tomorrow morning around 9:45.
And I'm sure there's no sharks in that water, so you're fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
Oh, by the way, I played that dad yesterday where Gemma said there's sharks out there. And I go, yes, there are. There are sharks out there. We will not be going far out into the water. I laid the law down.
Very good.
Thanks, Johnny.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Man, having fun right now,
That
John.
sounds like a great time.
Yeah.
Because it's so hard to get everybody to go on a trip.
Yep.
Like, you can't afford a flight sometimes, and you can't rent 2 cars or a van. It starts to get cramped.
Well, we know he's been talking about this since, what? He's been talking about this since winter, I want to say, beginning of the year.
But don't you think there's something about his family that's abnormal? Because I feel like my family, there would definitely be bickering, and there would be arguments, and there would be, we're going the wrong way. Like, I've never been on a road trip that's just been like, this is so great.
I got to tell you.
Glad we did
Me
this.
too. Me too.
Okay.
Okay? And Ryan's family, yes. But John has this perfect little family.
It's so
Like
weird.
he, his wife, and his daughter are like perfect or something. I don't quite get. I don't know how they do it. I don't understand. And then his sister-in-law too, and his brother-in-law, and they've got 2 dads, and they're like this perfect little
Right,
family.
like he likes his in-laws.
And then
likes
the in-laws,
his
they love they like the in-laws. Right? They really. I do get the impression that they're having a great time and there will be no bickering. My
Yeah.
family would bicker, though. I'm with you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there would be plenty of it.
Absolutely. If I took me and then threw in not only my kids, but then, cousins and everything.
Well,
it would
that's
be.
what being a family is, isn't it? Bickering on vacations.
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
How
Yeah.
they make movies about